Michelle,
Hi, Mark.
how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hi,
Mark,
Greg.
good to see you again.
All
How are you?
right, my pleasure.
So we have a new build. We've been in here a few years now, and we've done a bit of work. When we first moved in, there was a big slope here.
And this used to be all woods, and we recently just had it leveled out just for an area for our kids to play in.
All right.
And then we've added in the swing set, which is great, but we still don't have an area for us to be able to sit and watch the kids. We have the deck, which is nice, but it's kind of small and it's up high, so we'd like to have an area to sit and watch the kids play.
And
Okay.
we really like a budget-friendly option because
Okay.
of how much that just cost us.
Sure. A couple things for me to consider, but I'm going to go grab my tape. I'll meet you guys back here, and we can do some layout.
Sounds
good.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, well, I think I have this figured out. So from the first step over here all the way to the end of the deck, we have about 18 feet. I like to hold the patios back off of edges. I'd like to propose a 16-foot by 14-foot Pstone patio. The Pstone will look good, plus it's affordable. You still have a slight slope in your yard, so what we'll need to add is a short retaining wall along the front edge to hold the Pstone level. And then what I think I'm gonna do to get you from this concrete is a couple stepping stones, and I'm gonna do the same thing to get you to your shed. But if you guys come this way, you can see how quickly we dropped. Okay, so that's why I want to build that wall here, but I have some material that I think is really gonna do us well. So why don't we take a look at it?
All right.
All right. All right, so these are the materials I was talking about. First, we have the Pstone. How do you like that, Greg?
I like that a lot.
It's got nice rounded edges. It's also in budget, which is a good thing. It stays down fairly well, but we do have a couple things that are gonna help with that. So first I have landscape fabric. This is gonna help us with separation. We don't want the Pstone to run into the dirt, so that's very important. What we have here is the binding agent. This is gonna help us keep the Pstone together. You have little kids that you know they love to pick things up and throw everything around, so this is gonna help us with that. This is the landscape block. Again, that's gonna help us with that off level over there. So we're gonna put a little retaining wall in. That's gonna level off the patio. Let's get going. Tough digging, Greg.
It absolutely is. You see these rocks?
A lot of rocks here.
How deep are we digging?
We're gonna go 4 or 5 inches deep. The beauty of a Pstone patio is that we don't have to go a full 8 inches as we normally would with hardscape. For the wall, we'll install it the same way we would normally approach a wall. We will dig 12 inches down and compact it. And then a layer of gravel for drainage. Great. We will compact that as well. And then we can lay the blocks.
All right, good muscles. We got it. And all we're doing is lining it up with the last one. So you see how important putting the gravel down is. When it's level, we don't have to spend too much time with the block. Do the same thing, walk it in. So I can handle this one.
Okay.
And you can see this corner has a face on the end and a face facing out. We prepped the gravel perfectly, so we're looking pretty good. This is just a masonry adhesive. So now what we're gonna do is lay down the caps.
All right.
Perfect. I don't like to do that upper lip with glue because it oozes out. This is what they call a bullet level. It's made for this type of job right here. You can see that's pretty perfect.
Yep.
I want to go this way as well. which is great. So you can see I pitched the cap just a little bit this way. That's for water runoff.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into the back side of that and just pick it up, bouncing the whole way. All right, so all we're gonna do is rinse and repeat all the way down the line.
Sounds good.
Roll that into place.
All right, Greg, so now that the wall is in, first thing we're gonna do is compact this soil.
Okay.
So this whole area has to be wet because we're gonna really kick up the dust.
Okay.
So if you stay ahead of me with the water, we'll minimize that. So now time for landscape fabric. I want to start at this end so I can overlap as I go towards the porch.
Okay.
If I have water runoff, I don't want it to sneak under the fabric paper. All right, Greg, so the next step is the drainage pipe. If you noticed, this is 4-inch perforated pipe, so you can see the perforation right there. It's wrapped in fabric, and I'm just going to put it up against the wall from start to finish. I am a little long right here, so I'm just going to trim it. And now I'm going to poke it out of this corner just in case we have water overflow. Gravity will help me out and take the water away. The final step in our prep work is going to be this aluminum edging. It's actually going to hold back the dirt from the Pstone, which is very important.
And now, the Pstone.
All right, Greg, you're going to want to spread that out. For the first layer, we're going to go a couple inches.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the top coat. You guys are gonna continue to rake out, but I'm gonna come behind you guys with a 6-foot level. That's gonna act as a screed. Okay, Michelle, we're gonna apply the binding agent to the Pstone. All right, Greg, these are your stepping stones. This is the configuration that I thought might work best. What do you think?
No, I love it. It leads to the backyard, leads to the patio, and then leads right to the shed.
Exactly. So
What we're gonna do is trace around the stones, move them out of the way, and then create a base by digging twice the thickness of the stone,
I like this depth.
adding and compacting crushed stone, which will help with drainage, and then adding a layer of wet stone dust, which will help lock the stepping stones into place.
And that's it, just drop it. Okay. And now we want to wiggle. Tap, tap. Okay. I'm gonna take some of this stone dust, the wet stuff, and really pack it in on the edges.
Okay.
Feels pretty rock solid.
Love it.
So here we are, finished product, patio, wall. We backfilled a little bit. So the only couple things I'm gonna ask of you guys is just to stay off that for 72 hours. Let that binding coat really solidify. We've created a little bit of a ledge for you with the retaining wall. So an option may be to do a little bush planting out front. Okay. Other than that, you should be good to go.
All right, thank
All
you.
right.
Now we can watch our kids run around. Maybe sometimes we'll sit. We'll see.
I love it, I love it. Take care, Michelle.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Greg.
Take care, Mark.
Okay, take care.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.